Drifter's Paradise. I know some people hate drifting, aren't good at it. I'm going to try and give you guys some basic tips just to help you complete these challenges, but literally complete 5 races will take you longer than all 3 of the other challenges because they all have to do with drifting and they can pretty much all be done together. So the first thing is picking out your favorite drift car. For me, it's the Drift Skills Boost Horizon Edition Nissan Silvia Spec R. So I do have a tune for this. I've had this up for a while. It never really grew too much because I made it kind of late, I guess, but this tune is amazing, and a lot of my subscribers that have tried this tune love it. So if you're not good at drifting, if you don't have a good car for it, I recommend giving this a try if you have the Horizon Edition Silvia. Now, the first thing you should do is go to Settings, go to Controls, and I would put your telemetry on instead of Anna, because this way you'll be able to kind of follow along with what I'm going to tell you, and the things you should just kind of think about while you're drifting. So basically what the telemetry does is if you hit down on your D-pad on Xbox or whatever it is on PC, it'll show you all this stuff, which way you're steering, your throttle percentage, if you're using the e-brake, your RPMs, all that kind of cool stuff. So I did this in one shot, and the reason I did this is I didn't want to practice and make myself look like an amazing drifter, because I can drift okay, and I actually love this Silvia. Like, it makes me look like a pretty good drifter, but I'm really not. So the goal for this drift zone is 25,000, and that's the reason I recommend it. I got 28,000. That was a pretty crappy run at that drift zone, and as you can see though, my personal best was 51,000. We only need 25,000 though. That's how you 3-star. You need to get 3 stars on a single drift zone in a Nissan. So that's exactly what we just did. The first reward is going to pop the in-game notification for the Nissan GT-R Black Edition Horizon Edition. But there's the location on the map. I highly recommend this particular drift zone, and the reason I also recommend it is it's perfect to just kind of go around in a loop, and you can just keep getting the drift skills that you need, which you're going to need 20 total drift skills. They can be e-drift or regular drift, as far as I'm aware, because I definitely did e-drift skills here, and I got the challenge to pop pretty quickly. So the other challenge is complete 3 drift zones. Basically just run around 2 more times in a circle here and complete the drift zone 2 more times. The second and third time you do the drift zone, you don't need to worry about 3-starring it because we already did that. Now you just need to complete it. Well, I guess I should say if you 3-starred it the first time, you don't have to worry about it. If you did not, obviously you're going to need to 3-star it one of the 3 times going around the drift zone. So I apologize if I'm stumbling some of my words. I'm still waking up here. My power went out last night, and it woke me up in the morning when it went back on, and it was just a long night. A tornado warning came out of nowhere, so I'm still a little bit tired. But as you can see, I have the telemetry up here. The 2 main things to focus on: throttle control. You don't want to be on the gas too much where you're just going crazy, but you need to have enough throttle to keep your car moving and getting sideways. The other thing to keep in mind is just counter steering. Steering to the left when you're going too far to the right, and when you're drifting to the left, once you go too far into the drift, you want to counter steer back to the right. And obviously you got to angle into the different turns and stuff. And me putting the telemetry up trying to show that kind of messed me up on this drift zone, but again, it didn't really matter because we already 3-starred it. We just had to complete it 1 more time. But I hope my crappy drifting gives you some more confidence, because I'm not good and I still finished all 3 of these challenges in approximately 3 minutes. 20 drift skills, completing the 3 drift zones, and also getting 3 stars on a drift zone in a Nissan. So we just use this particular car for all of them. And on top of it, it's Drift Skills Boost, so you get the most skill score out of doing all this. So that is not bad. That did literally, I think, took 3 minutes. So 3 minutes for 3 challenges and we're done. Like I said, completing 5 races takes longer between loading screens and all that. But basically all you want to do is get into any car you want, does not matter. Go to a circuit race location, blueprint in exhibition, and really your goal is to just, again, anything goes. You can do any car you want. It doesn't really matter how you set up the blueprint, but the thing you want to do is go to race settings and make sure number of laps is 1. So then that way you can run 5 races where you just do 1 lap for each circuit, and probably will take you about 10 minutes with loading screens and all that stuff before and after the race. But there it is. There's your 55,000 credits, and that is it. Also 35,000 XP, the 3 spins, and the GTR Horizon Edition. So this was a pretty quick and easy Horizon 3 Forzathon event. I gotta say I had fun coming on here again doing this, especially because it was a drifting Forzathon thing, and I got to use my Silvia, which I haven't really drifted in a while. So this one was a lot of fun for me. I hope my basic little tips help you out a little bit. I know it wasn't too much, but just something to think about while you're drifting to help you out. So I'm out of here though, guys. Really hope this guide helped you and reminded you of the Forzathon. Peace.